So I've not actually had a chance to talk about this yet. I have not mentioned Wrestle Dream yet, which first of all is, I think, the greatest name for a show probably since Wrestle Kingdom. Wrestle Dream just sounds fantastic. Hello and welcome to FTTR. I am Ian McQuaid and today we are talking about AEW Wrestle Dream and the announcement that Bryan Danielson will be taking on Zack Sabre Jr. But before we dive into that, please hit subscribe, please like this video, please comment your thoughts down below on Wrestle Dream and this announcement, and we will dive into all of that, starting with, the big announcement. So first of all, I've not really talked about Wrestle Dream. AEW adding a new pay-per-view to their calendar, sort of in the vein of Forbidden Door. I know when it was announced at All In, Tony Khan sort of prefaced that it will be marking the anniversary of Antonio Inoki, and it will have sort of New Japan crossover elements, as we're seeing in this announcement. Wrestle Dream, love the name. Love the artwork as well. The artwork is very reminiscent of sort of Neil Gaiman's Sandman, which I'm incredibly down for. And we have the first announcement. The first match for the show in Seattle has been announced, and it is Zack Sabre Jr. taking on the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, a match that we were supposed to get at Forbidden Door, but it turned out being Claudio Castagnoli. Wow. Just wow. This is one of the few sort of dream matches left in the ether, left in the world, ever since Bryan Danielson made the jump to AEW and they started doing the partnership with New Japan. People were like, when are we getting Zack Sabre Jr. and Danielson in the same ring? Now, fate has not wanted this match to happen due to injuries, but it's finally coming to fruition on the 1st of October, and I'm incredibly excited because even if, now I want Bryan Danielson to be in 100% physical competing condition, but Bryan Danielson could barely use his arm in his match against Ricky Starks and delivered a 5-star strap match classic. So hopefully he will be at 100% when he takes on Zack Sabre Jr. and he will deliver one of the greatest wrestling matches of all time. And I think that's something we need to preface. Try not to get too excited, but it's hard. It's very hard. I have these same expectations for Omega Ospreay 2. Like, how are they going to top the first one? And they did, potentially. They had a banging match at Forbidden Door 2. And this is the first encounter between Zack Sabre Jr. and Danielson. Like, what's going to happen? Where's this going to go? And I think this sort of gives, they've put dream match on the poster for this show. So I wonder if we are just going to get wrestling dream matches essentially on the show Wrestle Dream. I think that's such a fantastic, like, Forbidden Door is neat in the idea that it gives you this New Japan crossover, but having Wrestle Dream be literal dream matches, just matches that you never thought you'd see, maybe not just involving New Japan, maybe bringing across Impact stars, Noah stars, all these other promotions, bringing them across and having a card that is just dream matches could work wonders. Now, I don't think it's going to necessarily be that. I think it will be more in the vein of a New Japan show or a Forbidden Door show where you have a fair few multi-man matches and the few singles match dream card lineup. But there's no reason you couldn't get Okada Moxley on this show. You couldn't get Omega Ospreay 3 on this show. But my God, if this is the caliber that we're getting so far, I want to see it. I want to see it. I think AEW, now I haven't watched Collision, just thinking, I haven't watched Collision yet. AEW, following the departure of CM Punk, that first episode was one of the best episodes of weekly wrestling television that I have seen in a long time. A long time. I loved everything about it, and I think they've set up so many interesting avenues, so many interesting feuds going forward that I'm hooked. I am just hooked essentially, and I think there's another big asterisk on there with Don Callis. I think Don Callis looks like he's going to be setting something up for Wrestle Dream with Konosuke Takeshita's opponent and who this next masterpiece is. I don't know who it's going to be. It's got to have someone. I mean, I don't know how they could do it, but Takeshita Ospreay at Wrestle Dream would just be fantastic. I don't know if they could do that turn, that swerve, but there's so many interesting avenues they could take going into Wrestle Dream. And I like the fact we've got another AEW pay-per-view, because I have felt some of the builds suffer a little bit. They do get a little bit too extended. One man in particular, Mr. Chris Jericho, your feuds go on way too long. But this is just exciting, essentially. This is just exciting. And I really feel like AEW is on an upward trajectory with this. I'm very excited for Wrestle Dream. I want to know what you guys think. Bit of a shorter video just to get in my brief overall thoughts on this. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you excited for this? What dream matches do you want to see on Wrestle Dream? Let me know everything you want down in the comments, and I'll try and reply to every single one of them. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.